Hello, my cosmic friends. Welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Cosmos Tarot 2. My name is Cosmos. Nice to meet you if you are new. And if you're one of my subscribers, hello. Thank you for being here, guys. And also, thank you for being 370 subscribers. I am so happy with how much this channel has grown. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This year, I really want to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I feel we can make it. So thank you for all your likes, for subscribing, for sharing, for commenting, even the dislikes. Thank you. Those help out. Thank you. Okay. In today's video, I am going to take a look at the Kpop predictions for the month of April 2025. Here's how I do it. I have a lot of decks. I have some in here and then I have some right here. I am not focusing on one group in a specific. I am not just looking at boy groups or girl groups, one company in a specific. No, I go by pure intuition and by what the higher powers want to tell me. Okay. Let's see how many of you actually paid attention to that, because there's always somebody that says I focus too much on other, or I didn't spoke about this one or that group. We'll see. Okay. That being said, make yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, grab a snack, or put your headphones on while you're washing the dishes. I don't know, but I always get this image of you guys washing the dishes whenever you're watching or listening to my videos. So whatever you're doing, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. All right, let's get started. So April 2025. How is K-pop looking for April 2025? Not this one. This one. Okay. G-Dragon, I'm seeing G-Dragon. He is very excited now that he started his world tour. He's very excited. It looks like recently he did a concert in Korea, but it did not go the way he was hoping it would go. So that is a little disappointing. He is hoping that, for next time things go better. But other than that, he's very excited. We have fighting. Okay. Politics. Whoa. Okay, that actor, Kim, oh my god, what is this dude's name? Kim something. But he's the one that allegedly, I'm not trying to get sued here, and I know that it's not really K-pop related, but everybody's paying attention to this actor, okay? Mr. Kim, I cannot remember his name right now. He must be a cheap guy if I cannot remember his name. People that are cheap, that's what happens. You usually don't remember them when you need to remember them. But you know what? Allegedly, once again, I'm not trying to catch a lawsuit here, but allegedly he dated Kim Se-rong when she was underage. He had a press conference and he read a statement. I don't even know if we should call that a press conference, because the reporters could not ask him questions, and the one reporter that asked a question, he did not answer. He just walked away. But the point is that everybody's paying attention to this guy, even the K-pop idols themselves. Whoa. And yeah, that's why we're getting fighting in politics, because, going to court, you may not think of it as, politics, like whenever there's a president election, for example, we don't think of it like that. But in the end, that is a form of politics too. And that's why there's fighting in politics. And you know what? I see Karina of Aespa saying that could have been me. Now, from what I can see here, Karina and this actor have not had an interaction face to face, but Karina has been in the industry for years. And there's always that one creepo, because I see older men, I see younger men coming to her. So it looks like, well, whether you're an actress or you're a K-pop idol or just a model or just a dancer, there's always creepos out there that are trying to take advantage of you. So in a way, Karina is thinking, oh my god, that could have been me. If I have been more naive, that could have been me. But yeah, everybody's paying attention to what is going on in there. Okay, we have guilt, awareness. Okay. And receptivity. Receptivity. Okay. Here with awareness, I heard younger idols. Younger idols, and you know what? Say My Name, Isna, Kiki, Hearts to Hearts comes to mind. Some members of Meow, I am not familiar with everybody in the groups that I just mentioned, okay? I just know the names of those groups because I have heard their music from time to time, okay? So I don't know specific members, but from those groups, it looks like, especially the younger ones, it looks like the situation with this actor, with Mr. Kim, is making them more aware of what can possibly be out there. Okay. Are there people that, once in a while, maybe give them some advice? Yes, but when you're younger, well, sometimes when you are receiving advice, it feels like a lecture and you're like, oh my God, here we go again, right? It's almost annoying. But with this case that popped up, they are definitely being more aware. Of course, some of them are hoping that, that never happens to them, but they are definitely more receptive to listening to the advice the few times that it is given to them. Okay, and here with guilt, like I said, there's a lot of celebrities, and not just the regular people, but a lot of celebrities paying attention to this case. And okay, that was my neighbor. My home is like right by the street, so I hear the cars coming, and some neighbors really like to blast the music in their cars on the way up. I really hate that. I don't know if the microphone caught it, but I could hear it, so that's why I stay quiet for a second. But here with guilt, there seems to be a split between idols here. Some think that yes, he is guilty, and then there are those that maybe think he's guilty. And then there's another group that's saying, okay, you know what? People make stuff up, and we don't want to be rude towards Miss Kim Se-rong, but there has been other cases in which people lie, they make stuff up, things are taken out of context. So there are those that are giving him the benefit of the doubt, and there are those that think he's guilty, and there are those that think he is not guilty. So yeah, this case has really shaken up the industry. Not just the acting industry, but the K-pop industry as well. Wow. Okay. This deck is catching my attention now, so let's keep on going. Let's see, what else can we know about K-pop for that one, the month of April. And this one. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. Okay, we had the Nine of Swords. The King of Swords. Interesting. Miss Jennie. The King of Wands. And the King of Pentacles. Actually, let me move this one here so there's more space in here. Okay, well, two things are coming out here with Miss Jennie of Blackpink. Number one, well, her song Like Jennie, it has become a very viral dance challenge and stuff like that. Mr. Wooyeon of ATEEZ, he is not gonna do, well, he said it in a live, right? And by the way, this was a live that was behind a paywall, so you had to pay to be part of the group to join that live. So somebody put those images out on purpose, okay? They wanted a drama to happen. Miss Jennie herself, she is thinking, you know what? It is acceptable. I understand him. Her choreographer stole a choreography move from ATEEZ. Okay, and trust me, you see it. It is a very particular move. You have your hand out in a fist and you're walking with like a swaying motion. I don't know if that move has a name. Okay, I am not a dancer. But anyways, this guy, her choreographer, claimed that it was his, but in reality, it's ATEEZ that came out with it. So that is why Mr. Woo Young is saying, I have nothing against Jennie, but you know, the toxic blinks. There's the normal blinks, and then there's the toxic ones that gotta take everything personal, start up drama. Jennie is not with them. She is not with the toxic blinks. Far from it. She's saying, you know what? I completely understand, Mr. Woo Young. I would do the same thing too. I would. So yeah, Jennie herself, she is not bothered. She understands. And you know what? She's wishing Woo Young the best. And ATEEZ the best. And it is a shame that her choreographer stole that move, but at the same time, well, that is not her problem to deal with. Okay, the other thing that is coming up here is their Blackpink World Tour. Jennie mentally, it looks like she is trying to prepare herself for it mentally. She feels that, oh goody, here we go. Deal with Yansuk again. Deal with his talks. Deal with this. Deal with that. Deal with new choreography. And also, Blackpink is supposed to have a comeback. I don't know when. If you guys know, let me know. But she's thinking, oh goody, now we gotta deal with this comeback too. Jennie feels that everything is a mess. That it is rushed. That's what she feels like. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Miss Ahayan of Baby Monster. I see her. And Miss Ahayan, she feels a little bad. She feels a little bit of guilt by thinking this. But a small part of her thinks that, you know what? Now that Blackpink is coming back, people are not going to be paying attention to me. And that's a good thing. They're going to go and pay attention to Jennie. Or Lisa, Rose, Miss Jisoo, but mostly Jennie. Jennie's face comes to Ahayan's mind. She feels a little guilty for thinking that because, I mean, who likes to be criticized, right? Miss Ahayan, she has a blast on the stage and she gets criticized that she overdances, that she underdances, that her vocals are not the best, and blah, 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 blah. So she's thinking, you know what, maybe for once I can just relax and take it easy, and the focus won't be on me, but it'll be on somebody else. Like I said, Miss Ahayan feels guilty for thinking that, but you know, this poor girl, she's under constant criticism. If it's not the fans, it's the company or some manager or producer or somebody. So she feels a little bad for thinking that, but that is what she feels. What else? Hold on. Not this. This one and this one. Okay. Okay. 7 of Wands. Page of Swords. And the 5 of Cups. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm picking up on ATEEZ. And you know what? ATEEZ is saying, Woo Young, we stand by you. Okay? You said what you said. We think the same way. Why should we do a challenge that, you know, from somebody that we consider a friend? Because it looks like San was, well, I don't know if they were close friends or just acquaintances, but it looks like they had met before and they had gotten along with this guy that stole their choreography move. But the whole team, and of course Captain Honjun, is behind Woo Young, saying, you know what, Woo Young? Yes, I agree with you. Because this is ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous, and you know what? The true fans, the ones with common sense, they will understand, and the others, well, they can suck it because what the heck? A lot of fans, they would like idols to, speak out their minds and stuff like that, but then the moment they do, the idols get criticized. So Mr. Honju, Mr. Songhua, aka the mom of the group, they are saying, we are here for you. We are here for you, and if they don't like it, oh well, they can suck it up because we are here with you. Okay. Now this deck is catching my attention, so let's see. Okay, this one's 7. 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, 7 cards. There is a unit of NCT that is making a comeback in April. I cannot remember right now. And I like to call this deck my little NCT deck because, well, the back of it, it kind of reminds me of the light stick from NCT. The light stick is basically neon green, and, well, the back of it is green, neon green. It's supposed to be an emerald, but it looks neon green to me. And it makes me think of the light stick for NCT. So yeah, I don't know what unit it is. I don't see because, oh my god, there's NCT is way too big to keep up. So I know it's one of the units, okay? They are making a comeback by the looks of it. And if it's not in April, it might be in May, okay? But I'm pretty sure it's in April. Like I said, there's, I think 6. Let's see, the ones I remember anyway. There's NCT Wavy, NCT U, NCT Dream, NCT Wish, and I think that's it. Oh, NCT 127. That's another one. And I think that is all. I think, okay? So, yeah, it's one of the units of NCT that's making a comeback. Okay, the 8 of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Okay. And the Sun card, and I still had these 4 in here. But so far from what I am picking up, that is going to be a good comeback for NCT. Mostly in Asia, though. So, mostly in Asia, in Korea. Ace of Wands. 5 of Wands. I mean, they're international fans. They're gonna like it, right? But it looks like some are gonna be like, not this time, NCT. You have done great before, but not this time. 5 of Pentacles. And we have Judgment. Okay. It looks like there's a 90 to 95% chance that they might win an award with this comeback, okay? But yeah, like I said, it seems like it's mostly in South Korea and the rest of Asia that is going to be a success versus outside of Asia. Okay. Very interesting. Also, I just heard SM is very satisfied with Aespa, and I mean, they should be, no? Because they came here to the US for the Billboard Women Awards or something like that. I did not watch that, but they're very happy with how things are going with Aespa. Okay. I don't know if you are new to K-pop, but let me tell you this, in case you are new. The personalities you see, they're not always true. Sometimes the companies literally assign the idols a personality. You know, the quiet, mysterious boy, the happy, bubbly girl, the sarcastic one, the tomboyish one, and stuff like that. It looks like whatever personality they gave to Miss Winter Winter, she's a member of Aespa. It looks like it's taking its toll on her. I mean, she'll still play it up, right? For the camera, for the fans, but it looks like behind the scenes, she's tired. From what I can see, she's supposed to be the cutesy one by the looks of it. But that is taking its toll on her, on Winter. I see Ning Ning comforting her. Giselle is even holding her hand, like saying, you know, hang in there, girlie, hang in there. It's gonna be okay. And Karina is also very sympathetic because, I mean, she understands. I don't know what Karina's personality is supposed to be, but she understands that it is hard, especially when the personality they assign you is not who you are. Now, I am not saying that Miss Winter, she's evil, she's mean. No, she's not, but she's definitely not this bubbly, cutesy person that, excuse me, that SM wants her to be. Okay? She can be playful, but it looks like she's not this cutesy, bubbly, doll, or almost childlike. Or at least that's the vibe that I am getting here. Childlike persona that they have assigned her. Okay. If I remember correctly, Aespa debuted back in 2020. So they're getting closer to that renewal time. The time to renew their contracts. K-pop contracts, they last for 7 years. Okay. After those 7 years, they have a meeting and they decide, is the group gonna continue? Is it gonna disband? What's gonna happen? I don't see Aespa wanting to disband, and I know this is way past April, years from now, right? But this is why I'm picking up and I am letting you know. Winter feels that, you know what? Perhaps once I renew the contract, I can have a little bit more liberty, be who I am. And the awareness card is catching my attention again. There's a figure behind this veil of illusion, and when you're aware, the veil begins to rip, showing the truth, right? So Winter is hoping that, you know what, maybe I can drop this veil of cutesiness and things that I don't like and be a little bit more myself. If not completely myself, then you know what, I can be more myself. I can still do the cutesy act from time to time, but be more of me, to feel more like me. Okay. Wow. That was deep, or at least I felt like it to me. Sometimes I wish I could, you know, project onto you guys, or like show you exactly what I see, what I feel. Oh my gosh. Even right now, I'm feeling like there's a weight on my chest just from how Miss Winter feels right here. Okay, let me grab this deck right here. What else when it comes to K-pop in April 2025, please? Thank you. Okay, another big thing going on is NewJeans. And yes, I'm still calling them NewJeans because that's what they are. The court has not allowed them to be NJC or Jeans for Free or whatever the heck they want to name themselves. So I'm still going to call them Jeans, NewJeans, okay? Now, Ban Si-hyuk, I see him just standing and watching. He's not doing anything. I mean, he's narrowing his eyes from time to time, but I don't see him doing anything. In fact, he's thinking, you know what, just for the moment, just let them do. Let them think that, you know, they can do whatever they want, that they can go to any press, especially the foreign press. Let them do that. Let them dig themselves deeper. The court is in our favor. We have the Three of Pentacles. We were talking about the court, and look, this figure right here is a drawing. So, yeah. The contract, the court ruling over the contract. It makes me think of that. Okay, let's keep looking. Let's see. The 10 of Wands. 4 of Swords. Okay. We have the 8 of Wands. Excuse me. I had dinner a while ago, and for some reason, I always get hiccups. After I eat, I get hiccups. I don't know why. It's annoying, but but it happens. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. And I know I'm not saying anything, but I am seeing a lot, and just let me finish looking through here. 9 of Swords. With a harpy. Okay, harpies. I cannot remember if it's Greek or Roman mythology, but harpies were these creatures that have the body of an eagle and the head of a woman. And this harpy right here, she's mad, she's angry. I see that as being Jen. Her not being happy, being very angry. And we have Judgment. Okay. From what I can see here, I believe one of you told me that it was on April 3rd that the court is gonna decide if, NewJeans can break their contract without a penalty or break it with a penalty or something, right? The final decision. From what I can see, the court is going to be on Hive side. And no, I am not a Hive stan. I stand the idols. I don't stand the companies. I really want to believe that there are good companies out there, but you never know what they have behind closed doors, right? And even then, I bet you I'm going to get somebody that's going to complain about that. But it's okay. I will post it and have a good laugh with you guys. But anyways. So yeah, it looks like the court is going to be with Hive and Adore. Adore is basically NewJeans company, but Adore is owned by Hive, okay? Hive is the parent company and Adore answers to Hive, basically. Here with the 10 of Wands, this is gonna sound very strange, but I see Danielle and I see somebody like pulling her hair. Now, I don't see that happening in real life, somebody coming and pulling Danielle by the hair. But, when you don't want to move and people want to make you move, or they make you move either way, whether it's physically or with manipulation or with something. That's what I see Danielle. So Danielle is going to feel like somebody is grabbing her and pulling her by the hair. Because she does not want to go with Hive and Adore. She does not. So it's going to feel like that, like somebody's literally pulling her by the hair with the court's decision here. Heron? Hold on. Let me get my handy dandy notebook. Well, it's supposed to be a diary, right? But I mean, I have done so many readings and there's no way I'm gonna remember all the groups without taking notes on who they are. So see, when I'm recording, I get phone calls. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that, but it happens sometimes, Nobody calls me when I'm free, when I'm chilling, when I'm just daydreaming. But when I'm doing something important like a reading, then I get a phone call. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm not seeing anybody literally pulling Danielle's hair, but it's going to feel like that towards her because she doesn't want to go there. But there's 2 members, and I found a page about NewJeans. Okay, there's two members here, Herring and Hyen. I am so sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but Miss Herring and Miss Hyen, it looks like they are kinda starting to see that, you know what, perhaps it's a good thing. Perhaps it's a good thing if we went back to Adore and Hive. Perhaps it's a good thing. There's like an 8% of them waking up, if yeah, for lack of a better term. But Miss Herring and Miss Hyen, the two youngest from what I can tell here. But yeah, I see them saying, you know what, perhaps, maybe this is a sign. Like, maybe this is a sign by the higher powers, whoever that is to them, that perhaps we should come back, that we are better here. Maybe. And 8% of that. Okay. And of course, you know, Min Hee-jin is not going to be happy. Not at all. Min Hee-jin, well, she hasn't made another court appearance. I mean, a public appearance. She hasn't. But it looks like, you know, behind the scenes, she's still gathering people to invest in NewJeans and stuff like that. So, yeah, she's not going to be happy. And also, it looks like, well, either way, there's going to be consequences. I don't know if Adore and Hive is going to be public about this, but it looks like there will be financial consequences here for NewJeans for, you know, breaking a contract, trying to redebut as a new group, even though the contract has not been legally terminated. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a fine as a way of punishment towards NewJeans. This deck is catching my attention. What do you want to tell us? What else when it comes to K-pop in April? And this one here. Okay. Well, I'm glad I have my bigger table now because I have more space. Let me put this one back in here. Okay. Okay. We have Warrior Woman. Okay. Priestess. Okay, here with Priestess, and I see a shaman. It looks like Min Hee-jin is still trying to sway things in her favor with the help of shamans. Now, this shaman is not her friend. Like a year or two ago, I cannot remember how long this conflict has been going on. But it was made public that Min Hee-jin, she has had a friend that was a shaman and that was helping her out with, you know, decisions and stuff like that. It is not that friend. It looks like it's another shaman. Okay. It looks like it's another shaman, but this shaman is having a lot of trouble trying to move things in the way Min Hee-jin wants them to go. Okay. Not because she's a fake shaman. Shaman, witch, whatever you want to call her, whatever language you use, it's basically the same thing. Okay. But yeah, this shaman is having a tough time. It looks like she's not able to make things go the way Min Hee-jin would like them to go. And here with Warrior Woman, it looks like there's plenty that are thinking, you know what, let's just pray for the best. Let's pray for the best. And it looks like all of those prayers is what is stopping this shaman from doing what Min Hee-jin tells her to do. I keep hearing that light is winning. The light is winning. So if you are praying for the best outcome, it's working, okay? Now our bunnies, Min Hee-jin, NewJeans themselves, are they gonna like it? No, not entirely, but it would be the best outcome, whatever comes. Okay, let's keep looking. We have Mintakan, longing for home, belonging. The original light workers. We have the Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in subtle realms. And we have the Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Okay, once again, the higher powers, whoever that is to you, they are working in this case. And also, I am picking up on KG of, well, she left Bicha, but she used to be part of Bicha. She is also battling it out in the courts with her company because, well, this company was mistreating her and the other members, but out of all the members, she is the only one that has made a lawsuit against the company and everybody involved in the mistreatment. So, you know, people have forgotten about that, but if you're one of those that still remembers KG and her lawsuit and you're wishing KG the best, well, the higher powers, once again, whoever that is, they are helping KG. They're working with her and her family. And also, Bicha said that they were going to have a comeback. No, not on April. It's going to be later. But that comeback, and this is way past April, I know, but hey, I'm picking up, so I'm letting you know. That comeback is mostly testing out the waters and to make people forget about KG and the whole lawsuit and all of that. That's what that comeback is for. Yes, it is to make money, right? That's always the goal for anything the K-pop companies do. Or any company for that matter. But they're still working. They're still helping KG. They're sending the help that she needs. And also Gaon of Maiden, I think that is how you say her name, Gaon or Gaon. I am so sorry if I am mispronouncing her name. I'm gonna go with Gaon. But she was, oh Lord, how can I say this without getting in trouble with YouTube? The CEO of her company was seriously crossing boundaries, okay? Seriously crossing boundaries. The higher powers, whoever that is to you, whoever that is to Miss Gayan, they're also saying, you know what? The public didn't even pay attention to your case because everybody was too busy looking at NewJeans and everything else that was happening at the time. But the higher powers have not forgotten. And karma is going to come for that CEO. Not because, you know, I am wishing harm on him or anything like that. No. But that's just the way it is. You may escape the human court, but the holy court of the divine, of source, of God, the council of light, whoever you believe in, you cannot escape them. In this lifetime or in the next one. But yeah, karma is gonna come for that guy. Wow. And you know what? Little by little, I see Miss Gayan being happier. Okay, little by little. I see her being happier. It hasn't been easy. But yeah, little by little. Oh, interesting. Okay, Sunghan. I'm also picking up on him. Sunghan of Rise? Yeah, sorry. X-Rise. Because, oh Lord. Toxic. Rise stands. They basically bullying him into stepping out of the group, right? But he also, little by little, he has been getting better, healthier, a little bit happier. I do see him talking a little more with the members of Rise, but still, he's on high alert. Whenever he is talking with them, he's still on very high alert. He's talking a little more, but still, he tries not to over talk with them. He, excuse me. He's still keeping it short and polite, but once again, he's not trying to hang out too long because, well, he's still a little paranoid of the OT6 fans, if you can even call those fans. He's still a little paranoid about them, but him also, Sunghan, little by little, he is getting better. Okay. In this card here, longing for home, it's making me think of Bangchan of Stray Kids. It looks like recently he has been a little homesick for Australia, for his parents, his sister, and I think he has another brother. I think. I could be wrong about that one. And his doggy, Barry. Right now, Stray Kids is in their world tour, so makes sense, you know. He enjoys his job. He enjoys being an idol. He's drinking true, but that doesn't mean you don't get homesick from time to time. But little Yoonboki, he's right there, and the other members too, to help him out through that. And also the higher powers. Whoever the higher powers is to Bangchan, they're right there for him. Oh, thank you, Spirit. That makes me very happy to see. Okay, now I'm gonna grab this deck to see what else when it comes to April in K-pop. And I'll take this one too. Okay, Ace of Wands. Also, I just heard that after April, things are gonna start picking up a bit. I mean, there are dramatic things going on right now, but if we just, you know, take out everything with this actor, things are actually pretty calm. They can always get worse, right? Well, hopefully not, but after April, it looks like the K-pop industry is gonna pick up with more comebacks and more groups, even if we don't hear about these debuts and stuff like that, but it looks like it's going to pick up more. Okay, we have Queen of Pentacles, the Sun card. Well, if you've been wondering about Kiss of Life, well, they're doing good. And they're gonna continue to do good, okay? Three of Swords. I mean, from time to time, people are gonna criticize them for anything, really. For the way they look, the way they dance. Kiss of Life has a little more mature, sexy concept to them. And people, excuse me, people are gonna continue to criticize that. And you know, I also see a lot of men criticizing them, even though they are looking at them, okay? What do I mean by that? Behind their little keyboard, behind the screen, they're gonna be typing away their little hate messages and stuff like that, but they're still gonna be watching fan cams. And the music video is sticky because, you know, they do a lot of twerking in that song, right? They're still gonna be watching sticky, zooming in, zooming out, and watching fan cams and going to concerts, even if they're not cheering like the rest of everybody, but they're still gonna be hating on them. It's mostly hate because, this is gonna sound very weird, but it looks like they wanna score, if you know what I mean with that. I gotta be careful with YouTube. They would love to score with them, but they know that, well, Kiss of Life is never gonna look at them. And some of these men, what is sad is some of these men, they're not bad looking from what I can see, but it's their attitudes. But yeah, and I know that sounds very weird, but that is what I'm seeing. And everybody's more brave behind a screen, no? Okay, we have the Magician, the Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, and we have the Death card. Yeah, once again, after April, it looks like things are going to be picking up again in the K-pop industry. And also, I feel that court cases are going to continue to keep on going. Okay. We may or may not hear everything or some of it. We may or may not, but at least behind the scenes, they're still going to continue. They are. But you know what? In the meantime, once again, things are picking up in May. I am feeling that sense of, okay, things were calm, but now, you know what? Back it up. Time to go. Hurry, hurry, hurry. That's the kind of energy, feeling that I am picking up, that it's going to pick up. And also with summer coming up, of course, it may be different depending on the country, right? But at least here in the United States, summer begins at the end of May. And then we have June, July, and like the first 2 weeks of August. That's when kids, they're done with the school year, they go on their vacation, and then they come back and we start a new school year. Some countries do that and some countries do it differently, but it looks like, well, the K-pop companies are thinking, okay, summer is coming up, we gotta hurry up. So let's prepare right now. Let's plan, let's maneuver what we gotta maneuver. And with the magician, that's the kind of energy I am getting. Okay, let's see, what do we need, what do we do not need. If we have to pay for something, well, let's find out how much. Let's figure out the budget, and then let's take off. Okay. And of course, you're always free to not believe a word that I'm saying, but if you resonate with this, I will leave you with this. The higher powers are saying, you know what, it's gonna be okay. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it, whether it's the K-pop industry or your own personal life, but in the end, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Life, it's ebbs and flows, ups and downs. Sometimes you go straight, sometimes you go right, sometimes you go to the left, but eventually you come back and you keep on going. That is what's gonna happen here in the K-pop industry, and that is and that is what's going to happen in your life as well. Okay, so just keep on moving forward. It's okay to have your downs. The K-pop idols and the actors, now we are not excusing any wrongdoings. Okay, what allegedly once again, I'm not getting sued here, and I don't know what you would sue me for, but allegedly Mr. Kim right here, we're not excusing him, because yeah, it looks like there's something going on behind that face that he puts to the public. And I will do a reading on him, but for the life of me, I cannot remember this guy's name right now. I will do a reading on him. Okay, just give me time. I have a full-time job, so as much as I would love to make content more often, I cannot because of that job. But anyways, bitter moments like that will happen with what happened with Miss Gayeon, Miss KG, this situation with NewJeans. Eventually things level out, and we gotta keep on moving forward. Okay, I know that was a little random if the other things were not random, but that is what I'm gonna leave you with. That is what I felt that I needed to tell you. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I know this one was a long one, so yeah, if you made it that far, thank you very much. I will have our monthly Q&A announcement sometime this week. Okay, it all depends on my work schedule, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you so much. If you made a request, I promise I wrote it down, but like I said, I have a full-time job, so eventually I will get to it. And if you can, it's not an obligation, but you can always pay me for a reading. That will be $35, because my readings are usually 30 minutes, sometimes 40, and sometimes longer. So yeah, okay, I think I talked long enough for today. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I wish everybody that we talked about here the best, and the rest of the idols that we did not talk about the best, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.